Hello everyone, and welcome to another Maiden Circle Tarot reading. I am Morgana Braid, High Priestess of the Maiden Circle Coven, and this is your weekly reading for the week of May 21st to May 27th. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of your support and all of your love out there. I apologize for this video being a bit late. I just started a second job, and so these last couple of weeks I've just had to rearrange my schedule, and I may be changing up the way I do these videos, but for now this is going to be just like usual, in which I will pull a card for every day of the week and read that card and sort of give you my intuitive response to that card, and I will also follow up by reading what the companion book says. So let's get started. I'll be reading a card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The card for Monday is the Ace of Swords. So Monday I'm getting a sense of success. There's the need for deep thought. There's the need to consider what you say and how you say it. It's important to be aware of whatever decisions you're making on Monday, and also allow yourself to be open to ideas. To any new ideas that come to you, anything that seems like it might be out of the ordinary even. Just listen to any new ideas or thoughts that come to you today. Let's see what the book says about the Ace of Swords. The gift of the sword is the intellect, the rational mind. This is a powerful gift and a dangerous one. The sword of truth can pierce through confusing problems. The mind, though, is complex. The way we think controls the way we perceive reality. By extension, the sword is communication. Our words can heal or they can hurt. Just as the magician can use his will and power to create wondrous things, he can use them to confuse and play tricks on the unsuspecting as well. You have the gift of thought. Use it rightly to see the world clearly, to communicate well, and to create a happy, healthy reality. Be aware of having a sharp tongue. A clever wit or a desire for honesty are gifts of the sword. Do not use them in a destructive manner. The card for Tuesday is the Lovers. So there's a connection for you. It could be involving another person. We'll find out more later in the week. But there's definitely this love connection that you're feeling, and often I feel like that's internal. That means that you need to show yourself more love and care. But if you do have a partner, Tuesday is a day for you to be kind and gentle to your partner. Remember, again, like the Ace of Swords, your words can hurt someone, and they can heal, and they can also share love. Whatever you do, whatever you say today, make sure you're taking a moment. You can see the dolphins in the back here, and they kind of represent intelligence. They represent freedom. So be true to yourself and open to these new ideas, but use your intelligence, use your mind alongside your heart. Quite often we choose one or the other. We're either logical or we're emotional. We're either acting in thought or we're acting in feeling. But you can do both, and you should do both. It's important that you find balance, that these two aspects of your being are allowed to come through on Tuesday and are used for communication, especially when it comes to your loved ones, whether that's a romantic loved one or family or even yourself. Use both logic and your heart. Don't deny either of those things. This is where your strength is. You might not feel like it, but this is a strong and beautiful day for you. If you can just get in touch with that emotional side of yourself, that emotional intelligence that you either already possess or are working towards creating for yourself. Try to get in touch with that. Let's see what the book says about the Lovers. The message of the Lovers tells us to make good and balanced choices. Indeed, the original meaning of this card in the earliest tarot decks was called the Choice, and showed a man choosing between two women. Consider all the facets before committing to any decision. Choose well and build a foundation that can help you achieve your best dreams. Be aware of letting one element of a choice overshadow all else. A relationship with simply a physical attraction, a career decision with only an intellectual appeal, or a home opportunity with decadent amenities may not be the best choice in the long run. The card for Wednesday is the High Priestess. So far this reading is gorgeous. I just want to put that out there. This is such a joy-filled week, and I am seeing so much emotional openness and freedom. And with this High Priestess, we are getting a sense of lightness, a sense of openness, a sense of wild abandon. Let yourself go. You've got this love inside of you. You got this light inside of you. And this is turning out to be a week where you need to let that shine. Let yourself feel free and feel joyful. Whatever is going on in your life, give thanks, be grateful. Let the universe know. Both of these women in these cards their chest is out and upwards. Their heart is expanded. They're looking up above, way above them, into a beautiful, endless space. There's freedom and there's just elation here. On Wednesday, find a way to celebrate in whatever it is that you're celebrating. Let it be an emotional event. Let it be something that gets to the heart of your beliefs. Explore what you believe. Talk to someone who is open about your religion, your beliefs for the world, your hopes for your life, for your future. Talk about these things. Let them go and be brave enough to dream, because this is a confirmation that whatever it is that you're dreaming of, whatever it is that you're going after, if you open your heart to it, it can be yours. So let yourself be open on Wednesday. Let yourself feel freedom. Whatever happens, remember that you can't hold on to that negativity forever. And ask yourself if it's going to still affect you a year from now, 5 years from now. Ask yourself if feeling joy through whatever negative thing might be happening, if there is. Ask yourself if it's okay to smile through that. Because, and I'm not getting that something negative is going to happen, actually. At this moment, you have a beautiful week ahead of you. This is the universe saying, just open yourself up and everything you're asking for will come to you. Your wishes will come true. Let's see what the book says about the High Priestess. The message of the High Priestess is about a kind of knowing that is beyond logic. Pay attention to your intuition and recognize that there are different ways of knowing. While the stars and planets of the night sky can be charted and understood rationally, this same sky inspires us in ways foreign to our sense of reason. Be aware of staying too long in the heady realms of the High Priestess. You must take your inspiration and translate it into action. Honor the muse, but do not become her slave. The card for Thursday is the Eight of Cups. On Thursday, I'm getting a sense that you may have let something go. Something that you needed to let go, something that was not serving you and was not aiding you. And it probably came about from whatever it is that you allowed yourself to be open to earlier this week, that you realized that whatever you were holding on to was not helping you. Whatever you were letting weigh you down, it's okay for you to free yourself of it. Whatever negative emotions you had, you're ready to try to overcome them and try to work through them. There's a sense of peace, a sense of, okay, I stepped back and I opened my heart up and maybe even cried and let out these emotions that have been hiding inside of me and eating me up. I released these things that did not work for me. That's what you need to do on Thursday. You need to release whatever it is that is not serving you. You need to find that peace within yourself, that acceptance of yourself that everyone wishes to have, you need to work towards finding that. You need to let go of whatever it is that's not serving you. And I feel like it's an emotional thing. It's something that you may have been holding on to. Maybe you're having feelings about someone and you don't want to tell them, or you had feelings and you did tell them and they turned you down, or you had a fight with someone you care about. Whatever it was, whatever emotions that have been eating you up, let them go. Acknowledge them on Thursday. Do anything that you can to try to let them go and release them from your life. And don't be hard on yourself. I'm getting a total sense of like calm, of not exactly rest, but a peaceful slowing down. You've still got a lot of work to do. You're still looking ahead of you, but you've let the things go that you needed to let go. That's how you're going to move forward and see over the horizon, is by releasing these things that have been eating you up. Whatever it is, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need to explain something to a person and they're open to it, then let it happen. Let yourself heal. Heal from whatever it is that's been devouring you from the inside out. Whatever darkness there's been over you, it's starting to pass. You see in this picture, the moon is peeking from behind the clouds. The light is starting to show and you're facing it. You're ready to move towards a higher vibration, a more fulfilled life. But to do that, you do have to let something go. Let's see what the card says about the Eight of Cups. You have dallied with desires and fancies that kept you distracted from your path, from doing what you know you must. It is time to turn away from this shallow comfort and forge ahead. Be aware of being misled by the moon. Do not mistake a desire to run from mistakes for a call from your soul. If the cups here represent a mess in your life, maybe you're meant to stay and clean it up. The card for Friday is the Page of Pentacles. So we've got another bright, good card, right? So you have to let some stuff go, but this week has been one of leading you towards something like this, and this is just a start. The Page of Pentacles is a young person or a novice in whatever his skills are, but he's got skills and he knows it. He knows that he is someone to be reckoned with. Whether or not he's ready to take that position, to actually be the king that he's going to become, he knows that that's the potential he has. On Friday, you might be getting some income, a little extra money or information about your money. If not, you might be starting some new work or have a new idea for your career, for how to improve your life. Again, you had to release some stuff, but you've opened yourself up to this. You've welcomed this abundance into your life, and now you are seeing some of the fruits of your labor. This isn't the end. This isn't the results. This is the trickle. This is the beginning of something starting to flow into your life. So keep a lookout for new things that are going to come to you. You know, pay attention to any messages from around you, from maybe someone you didn't expect to even hear from a boss or a coworker. And if you are seeing the results of your labor, you are seeing like the starts of something growing because of the work you've been doing, don't let it get to your head. Don't think that this is where you need to stop, because it's not. This is just a beginning. And it's a beautiful beginning. Let's see what the book says about the Page of Pentacles. You have been practicing something and are already quite good at it. Your studies are beginning to manifest into actual completed projects. You are ready to present your work to the outside world. Perhaps it's time to consider something more complicated and challenging. Be aware of becoming careless. Although you do have skill, you lack the experience that allows one to perform almost mindlessly. Also, be careful of stagnation. Once you master this level, continue to challenge yourself and don't become lazy. The Page of Pentacles can indicate a message, usually pertaining to a project you've completed, finances, or resources. The card for Saturday is the Fool. So if you got a message, news, new income, something new that came into your life, and you're on the fence about accepting it, this card is telling you to take a leap of faith. This card is telling you that you're capable of handling whatever it is that's coming at you. And there's no guarantee that the choice that you make is the right choice. But you have to make some sort of choice. You might as well make the one that feels good to you. You might as well make the one that makes you happy, that makes you smile, that makes you feel good as a person about yourself. A choice that when you make it, the moment you make it, you don't feel regret. That's not to say you won't down the line, but when you make that choice, feel good about it. When you accept or deny something, feel good about it. I think this might be the first time I've pulled the Fool in these readings. So I just find that interesting. But he's so joyful, he's almost kind of frivolous. So definitely be aware of like spending frivolously, spending when you don't really need anything. Be aware of taking things too seriously in that same light, but also making things too silly. Find that balance. It's very important. Find a type of balance. But I think that Saturday is more of a joyful day. Saturday is more of a playful day. You know, do things that make you feel good inside. Do things that give you that sense of sunlight. Whether or not it's sunny or cloudy or rainy or whatever, because you never know, especially here in New York. You just never know. Make yourself feel sunlight. Make yourself feel that you are a light from within, that you are the source of your warmth and you are the source of your energy. Remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that sometimes you just need to have a fun. Sometimes you just need to have a good night. It's Saturday. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy what life has brought to you. Try to live in the moment. Try to have, a beautiful, joyful day. It's all up to you. This week is the beginning of Gemini season. And for me, that means that this week, one of these days, is my birthday. And it is the actual start of a new year for me, for the amount of years that I've lived. Saturday is the first day of my 29th year. And on that first day of the year, like for New Year's, we make plans for what we want for the rest of our year. You can do that anytime. You can decide today or tomorrow or any day how you would like to spend the rest of your year, the kind of person you'd like to be from today on. The choices you make are all yours. So take that leap. Have fun. Make choices because they feel good and not because they're practical. Let's see what the book says about the Fool. The Fool's message is one of unconventional choices. Take a leap of faith. Adopt a playful attitude in a serious situation. You are at a crossroads and you have no way of knowing where each road will end. Pick one that strikes your fancy and set out with courage and a light heart. Prepare to meet all challenges with confidence. Be aware of carelessness and folly. There is a difference between taking a risk and plowing headfirst into danger. Reckless behavior can lead to a long path of unhappiness. The card for Sunday is the Moon. We're ending this week on a high note, but not a wild note. What I mean by this is there is calmness, there's serenity. These last few days have been largely about internal emotions and what you've opened yourself up to. The first couple of days of this week, you had to communicate with someone and share a message, and in that communication, you needed to have love underneath your words. You needed to act with intelligence and emotional strength, and you needed to be open. You needed to be open to changes, be open to risks, see the light inside of yourself, and see what needed to be released, see what you needed to let go of, to allow a new abundance into your life, to allow this new change and these new options into your life. And now you're seeing more clearly on Sunday. Make sure you're meditating. Make sure you remain grounded through all of this. There's change coming for you. The steampunk type of gears underneath the moon have a star and a little moon and a sun. And I can imagine them going round and round, representing the days and nights and days and nights. You have time to make these changes in your life that you want to make. And you need to be patient. You really need to, like I said, ground yourself and practice patience. Actively practice patience and practice opening yourself up. We have 3 cards with water and the cups, so that's 4 cards that represent your emotions. That's 4 cards that tell me that this is going to be a bright and joyful week, and that it's going to be fulfilling for you emotionally, and that you're going to be able to find some balance, find some stability for yourself. Know that you deserve that stability, but don't try to hide in it. Once you figure these things out, there's still more work to be done. There's still more for you to learn and try to understand things that are not yet clear to you. But overall, this is a week where you are coming to understand something about yourself on the emotional level, and you're opening yourself up in different ways, possibly to other people. But I'm honestly not getting that sense. I'm getting that this is a very internal week for you. Like, you're definitely going to have some fun. I am seeing a joyful time. I am seeing communication. I am seeing love, obviously, and abundance and acceptance. I am seeing growth. So you have that in spades this week. Don't try to hide in it, because this is such an emotional week. Remember that on Monday, that was a day when you needed to use your intellect. And remember that in pretty much every one of these, there is some sign that tells me that you should not retreat fully into your emotions. You should meld them with your intellect, with your logical mind. And if there are things that don't fit, find out why. Try to understand why, and if adjustments need to be made. Not to force anything to fit, but simply to adjust to the differences, or adjust to any changes that you need to make. If something doesn't suit you, if a feeling that you get doesn't work for you, meditate on that. Take time and really think about that, because you've grown a lot. And this week is just, it's a lot of happy feelings, a lot of happy things, and a lot of choice. A lot of you choose where your life is going from this day forward. You choose what to leave behind. You choose what to fix. You choose what to ignore. The future is not set in stone. It's flexible, and Sunday, you this whole week, you need to consider what you want for your future and open your heart up to it. That's all you have to do, is open your heart and your mind. Let yourself feel the infinite love of the universe. Are there any perfect, clear answers? No. But there are answers. There are responses and results for your actions, for your prayers. So what are you inviting into your life? Let's see what the book says about the moon. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition. Face your fears, even if you do so a little at a time. Attend to your soul. Be aware of not seeing clearly, of being afraid of shadows, or of being led astray by shadowy images that aren't what they seem. And there we have our weekly reading for the week of May 21st to May 27th. Thank you so much for joining me again. And if you liked this video, please click the subscribe button so that you can catch these every Monday. I will make sure that they are on time most of the time. Thank you again. Check out our blog below. There may be some changes coming up with that too as well, and I will be updating you guys as we go. Remember always that I love you. Bye.